morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, wherever the time you're watching this vlog. So today is another outing vlog. So today I am heading up to London to the media production show. So it's going to be similar to when I went to the RTS Business Design Centre little careers fair that I went to. So yeah, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that I'm going to something similar today, because obviously I finished university now, so it's kind of looking out for career jobs, and hopefully I can find something good. So at the moment I am just at Polegate train station. I'm just going to wait for my train to get myself up to London. So an hour and a half train ride. Should be fun, but oh well, at least it's one way of getting to London. So yeah, so I'll vlog when I get to London. I hope you guys enjoy this journey. So yeah.
When you all get together, you've done everything. Sometimes you've had to, because of schedule, you've done something separately. The composer hasn't had time to listen to anything that we've done. We haven't had time to listen to anything they've done. But you get to the final mix, and if you've been working together on other works, you go, well, that works, and it's fine. And in fact, that's what's quite exciting about the final mix. They all kind of go, wow, that works pretty good. Surprisingly.
We must be almost the complete opposite to a drama, I always think. Drama, you've got a script, and you might have a couple of takes, but you kind of know how it's come together. We have a shooting ratio probably of about 400 to 1. So, I'd say at least the first 6 or 7 weeks of the edit are just the editor kind of sifting through the material, honing it down and shaping a sequence. And you kind of suddenly have this moment about 7 weeks on there where you go, okay, I'm starting to see what my film might be.
It's interesting you say about the shoot ratio, because I think Rush's story was something like huge, and even the edit media, you know, when it came to us, even the edit proxy was still massive. Yeah. So it's a beast to manage from every aspect. Fully funding and in some cases fully owning all the content that they are commissioning or acquiring.
What are the main differences, would you say, from dealing with a traditional broadcaster to dealing with one of these large global OTT platforms?
They tend to be less involved in the editorial process. This is something my production colleagues do more, but I'm very kind of conscious and aware of that. But they tend to leave the editorial process very much more to the producer themselves. So that gives more freedom in the creative process, less cost in terms of going through the whole kind of area of fine cuts, rough cuts and so on to get to a completed product. So it is very much, they have I suppose an approach of assessing content quite scientifically, and when they assess that the genre is right for them, they will pretty much leave the producer to get on with it and deliver.
And do they pay a similar amount of money to a traditional broadcaster for your content?
They will, if they're making a show where they will retain global rights and fully own the show, they will pay bigger budgets in many cases than broadcasters, because they're looking for, in most cases, a premium offering to distinguish themselves in the marketplace. So in those cases, yes, if you go to them, you've got to be prepared to give everything away in terms of your rights, but make sure your production fees are healthy at the outset. But there are other models you can play with where if you come in and they fund a portion of the show, perhaps as you've got another broadcaster in the mix, or you've got some tax subsidies and credits to work with, then you can cut a slightly different deal where they come in for less money and you can retain some more rights, and they will take a window over their SVOD rights, hold backs against broadcast exploitation, and you find a way to make that work in terms of your overall business model. Yeah.
And do you have an example that you could give us as where you've dealt with maybe broadcasters and OTT platforms at the same time?
Yes, one of the shows there in the reel was a show called Marcella, which was on ITV last year. It's in production now for a second season, coming back early next year. And that was a show that was commissioned by ITV. Great show, big budget, Scandinavian noir style theme, thriller theme, and it had a deficit attached to it, and we were weighing up the comparison between do we go around and fill that deficit by selling it country by country by country to broadcasters everywhere, or do we take an interest from Netflix, is in the end what we did, and they made a kind of global commitment to the project at an early stage before anything had been delivered in terms of the content, and they committed a substantial sum of money which filled the gap, and for a variety of reasons was a good way to go on that model. It was it got the badge of a Netflix original, which it has a prestige value in many instances, so we took that route, and we will have after a 2-year, effectively a 2-year holdback, we can sell it to broadcasters after that period, and we'll generate further revenues following on.
Okay guys, so I've just finished watching 2 of the talks which you've seen in this vlog. I really did enjoy them. I think I preferred the new kind of content that was on YouTube. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really, really good. I think I'm about to go shortly. It's getting really busy here. It's getting really busy here. I'm just getting really starting to feel a bit tired. And it's quite hard to follow it down. I'm really, really tired. So, yeah, I will film when I actually, okay guys, so I finally now come outside. Just to get a bit of fresh air, and I think I'm just about to go and head off home, so I'm going to go and end this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below if you've been to that event before and if you did enjoy it. or not. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I will definitely be vlogging soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.